We are now live. Shout out to everybody watching. Who's watching live as well as those on the replay. This is the Friday Live brought to you by the Hood. I'm your host as always. My name is Jimmy. I got my brother and partner in crime, Cora. What's up, good brother?
And nothing, man. Chilling, man. Doing regular things, man.
Regular things. I heard that. Listen, I see we got a number of folks coming into the room right now. If you're coming in, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the love button, let us know who's here. We appreciate all the support. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, make sure you leave us a comment and shout us out. You know, all the good stuff. We got Tweet Talk in the building. What's up, Tweet Talk? How are you? Appreciate you pulling up.
What it is, though.
Keep it moving is here. What's good? Hey, the legend, Kenyona. What's up with you?
How you doing? I'm glad everything going good for you. Glad to see you here.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Shout out to Kenyona. She's a member of our MDC strategy group, and she is a legend. Master trader. So, you know, man, listen, how are you though, good brother? First and foremost, man, before we get into the topics, man, how you feeling?
I mean, nothing to complain about. I'm living, so I got a chance to fix whatever it is that's going on. So I ain't gonna complain about it.
Man, listen, man. That's the attitude to have, man. And Kenyona says she's feeling better, and we are glad to hear that. You know, GC is in the building. What's up with you, GC? How are you? Rochelle, what's up, family? How are you? Appreciate you. Yo, tell the youngster we said congratulations, man. Young Cam, the legend. Send him a shout out.
Entering 12th grade.
Yeah. That's dope. Super
dope.
Man. So how was your week, though? How was your week, bro? You make any good trades? You stacking any?
Man, I made like 8 good trades, and I made 2 bad trades and gave it all back.
I appreciate your transparency and being honest.
Gave it all back. I ain't lose no money this week, but I damn sure ain't make nothing.
You gave everything back.
I made $300. How about I made like $7,000 in the market, but I gave it back to the point where I only made $300.
Man, what trade smacked you? What was it that took your bread?
So I was in a Dollar General call.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dollar General is getting the hell beat out of it. And I was like, Dollar General gonna bounce back. And Dollar General just got murked again this week. So I had about 30 Dollar General contracts because it just kept going down. So I kept buying more contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally hit on every other trade this week, and I still only made $300. Like, that's how much Dollar General smoked me this week.
I wonder what's going on with Dollar General. You know, and I wonder.
No idea.
Dollar Tree.
I ain't even look because I don't even want to know because I'm mad because they ain't give me my money.
They ganked you, but Dollar Tree is probably going through the same. Yeah, because they always tend to run together.
Yeah, Dollar General got just.
Don, what's up with you, good brother, man?
Blacked my eye this week.
I was just watching Don on TikTok, and I know Don probably not even on TikTok, but Kamari had dropped some clips from the episode he was on there, so I just saw Don, spitting truth to power. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Yeah, this week was rough. So Shannon Sharp finally leaving. Skip Dusty ass ratings about to drop. Now, what's interesting about that is some of the people they named as a replacement. Like one of them was your man Shady Core. And Shady gonna go in there and be wilding. So
yeah, Shady. But the thing is, Skip ain't got no control of Shady, so he can't. Like Shady he got football money, so he don't care. He really don't care. So like. I think he's too much of a wild card to put on TV every day. You can't put a dude like that on, not every day. He's not every day.
He may not get a job because Skip got all the control over there, dog. I was watching something. They said if you say anything bad about Skip, you out of the door. Like he got all the power. So
I mean, he bringing in the ratings and the money because his show was the only one that was bringing in ratings and money.
I mean, that's absolutely true. I mean, low key, Skip started the 2 most popular sports shows on TV. I mean, Stephen A. will tell you, he'll always give him credit. Like, it wasn't for Skip. What do you say? If it wasn't for Skip, his career would have been over. He said Skip saved his career, but Skip set up there and set up over there. Skip ran it back to the moon, too. I know FS1 probably paid him a gazillion dollars.
My man, he got that athlete contract. He probably got that $100 million athlete contract.
Mike, what's good with you? Mike? Oh, GC, I know you was active in the politics. Are you setting your first county commission meeting yesterday? You said it in the meeting, or are you a part of the county commission? Like, let us know, what that's about. But also, I want to salute GC because GC is a youngster out here, man, and he's getting involved in local politics, which is very, very important. So I want to say salute to you, GC, because that's important either way. Either way, it's important.
The king.
Yeah. Dawn, what's up, Dawn?
Hey,
How
what's
are
going
you?
on, Dawn?
This has been a very interesting week in a lot of different ways, man. A
Yeah,
lot of stuff
man.
going on in the crypto market. Like,
I know Tesla ran off. I should have played. We play Tesla every day, and I still ain't touched that joint.
speaking of Tesla, man, I just want to say this. Shout out to it's a brother in our private group who just cracked the mill.
Yeah, and so our group is called $1 Million Challenge, and we got our first trader that cracked it.
He cracked the M. You know what I'm saying? It's all documented. So I want to say congratulations to him. Again, I don't put people's names out there. For those in the group, you know who it is. But he cracked the M. So, that's dope to see someone crack that M.
Definitely, he did shot at that joint too. Like he
Yeah.
did shot at it. Listen. 2 weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, he was at 100K. My man went from 100K to an M in less than a month. My man was dead shot.
Yeah, so I just want to say congratulations to him because that's a crazy accomplishment. And we all got to see we all got to watch it happen. So GC said he can never be a politician, man. Never say never, man. Well, folks was upset yesterday because some developer tried to get some unincorporated property rezoned for commercial, and the people in the neighborhood went off at the meeting. That's always interesting to see. Was one of the things that's more interesting to see is when people be doing that stuff and no one comes out. That's a sad state of affairs. But yeah, it's always local politics are always interesting, man. Yo, man, shout out to everybody in the Northeast dealing with this air quality. That was wild, bro.
Yeah, man.
A couple nights ago, I went outside and looked in the sky, and I was like, "Yo, am I in Gotham or Walking Dead? Like, where am I at?"
Yeah, man.
Crazy outside.
I felt like I needed one of the masks like they be having on in China.
Yeah, man.
Like they be having on the like I'm ready to do construction.
Yeah. Rock Noxious, what's up with you? What's up?
What's going on, Rock Noxious?
Absolutely, that was a dope accomplishment. It was only about 3 houses on that street, and about 10 people showed up to tell the commission that they didn't approve of the new commercial bill.
They all showed up like, no, broski.
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to. You're supposed to make yourself heard, right? You're supposed to make yourself heard. I've told the story here before about me having to get a project approved and had to go to different meetings, yo, and they was trying to like stick me up, yo. They was like, pause. They was trying to like rob me, like, well, if we let you build that, what you gonna do for us? I'm like, yo. Straight gangsters, yo. I felt like I was talking to the Lucchese family or something. It was like, yo, these is regular folks, but when they recognized they had power, they was going for it. They were all Anglos as well. That crypto stuff, I got an email from a mentor saying folks must get their crypto off of exchanges. First, they're going to lock it all down and folks can't withdraw. So we've been saying that for years. Never, ever, never, 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 never.
Never, ever.
Like,
leave your money on an exchange.
Right? Here's the thing about crypto. Something else I've been saying for a while. When they come down on it, they're going to come down on all the securities. Bitcoin wasn't a part of that, if you noticed that. Everything else they were saying is a security. Pretty much everything. So a lot of the shitcoin casinos got in trouble. You notice all the Bitcoin-only exchanges didn't go through that. But with that being said, though, you should never leave your crypto. The whole point of crypto is for you to have self-custody. So leaving your own exchange is always
defeating the whole purpose in the beginning.
Yeah, that is insane, though. From Quebec City to NY City, that's 500 miles away, and that's crazy. Yo, I'm in Philly. I'm not even in NY.
Yeah, so that's another 200 miles.
Yeah, man. Listen. So it's absolutely insanity. Absolutely insanity.
Virtual insanity.
Hey, the queen is in the building. LaJoya, how are you? Hope all is well. What's up with you? Plus, there was supposed to be this business resource center and capital fund allocated towards small business in the majority black neighborhoods, but the commission been pushing it back for years. Right, and unless somebody steps up and says or does something, they're going to continue to push it back. Kick the can. They say like kicking the can down. Yo, if everybody here, it's a number of folks here. Hit the like button for us, please hit the like button. Get them likes up. Facts. So we do have a topic I want to talk about this evening. But just want to check in with everybody. So see how everybody's doing, man. Before we get into that topic, also, Cora, I did tell you that today I taught my first continuing ed class. So nice. I was approved by the state to teach a continuing ed class to a bunch of licensed professionals. Taught that this morning. That went well. The topic was multiple regression analysis to value real estate. So intro to multiple regression analysis to value real estate. It went pretty well. They got their continuing ed credit. Also, I learned today, as a matter of fact, that when folks teach continuing ed, when you have a license, the actual teachers get credit for teaching the class. I was like, so this is how I'm about to get all my credits. I'm about to just throw a bunch of classes together and get my credits by going out here, picking up bags and teaching. Anyway.
Listen, man. You always find a way to to take your level of expertise and get paid for it, man. I can't say enough about that, man. That's love, man.
Appreciate that, man. So, Dawn, I'm actually trying to get it online now. I'll be very transparent with everybody. I was talking to folks from the company is McKissick, trying to see if I can get down with McKissick and take it virtual. The one I did today was actually in person. It was actually an in-person class, so that was dope. But I am trying to do it virtually. But and I'm pretty sure you may have heard of McKissick anyway, because a lot of people in the real estate take McKissick courses. So I want to see if I can get it on there. So that's just want the knowledge. I don't care about the CEU. So here's the thing, though. Now that the course is done, I can, and shout out to the MDC. Like I got all kinds of stuff I'm about to bring there. I already did a couple of real estate classes in the MDC. It's total of 3 or 4 done back there, and I got more coming. Actual stuff that I put together already. Appreciate that, LaJoya. Hey, Tay is in the building.
What it is, though.
What's up, Dan? I know Dan. I know how that is. Appreciate that, Rochelle. Appreciate that. So look, K. Diggy said outside of Baltimore and see haze from those fires. So I don't know how far down this goes.
That's another 300 miles south.
Do you guys know anybody in Canada? Do any of you guys know anybody in Canada? If so, how are they? Because if it's like that here, what the hell are they dealing with?
Yeah, that was berserk, yo. And we got an air quality warning till Saturday.
Yo, I never got one of them on my phone before. That was like the first time I've ever seen that. I'm like, I thought it was an Amber Alert or something. I'm like, no, air quality. What are you talking about? I said, stay inside. I'm like, yo, over the last about 5 years, bro, I think I've experienced things that I just think about it.
We didn't see none of this stuff, and then
just think about it. Think about everything that we've been through over the last
we've in the last 5 years we've had an earthquake, which I'd never experienced on the East Coast. We had an earthquake. We had a tornado damn near ripped the city apart. We had flooding. We had flooding to the point where the city was underwater. This city was underwater. We're on rivers, but we ain't even on the main. We ain't near no ocean. We're near the rivers, and the rivers overflowed to the point where the city was underwater.
Bro, I don't know. Over the last, I'd say, the 5 to 10 years, we've experienced everything, like stuff that just doesn't happen historically in this city, man. And then you talk about the pandemic. You didn't even bring that up.
No, I ain't even talk about
pandemic. I'm just saying that too. When you talk about that in conjunction with everything else you said, these last couple of years been insanity.
Yo, when we had the earthquake, I thought somebody crashed into my crib. I thought somebody crashed their car into my crib.
Yo, I remember that too, because I was in Center City in Philadelphia when it happened, and I'm like, hold up. And then when I realized what happened, I'm like, they deal with this all the time out in Cali. Like they wilding. That was
a light boy. That was a light boy.
I was shook.
I'm saying that was light though.
I know that's light work. That's what I'm saying. They be hitting them 8 point whatever, Richter, however you want to say it. They be getting that wild stuff.
How they live with that on a continuous basis. I couldn't fathom living like that.
I mean, I guess you get used to it or whatever, but that's what's up. That's what's up. Shot to Dan. And I heard the volcanoes trying to pop off. And see, man, I don't need to hear that, man. It's just too much. It's just too much at this point. Like, can we get a break? Can we get a break this summer?
That's going to be a no.
See, this is why the Nuggets about to win the chip, because all this wild stuff happened. It's the only way the Nuggets can win a chip. Madness. The world got
to be on fire. The world's on fire.
I folks in Canada, man. I hope they get some help. Everything's clear up for them, because I don't know anyone in Canada, but I could only imagine. She said that her folks out there are struggling. Yeah, I can only imagine. Don's all the way down in VA and said he got an air quality warning down in VA.
So we
keep adding 200-300 miles
down south.
Yeah, I don't know how far down it goes. We've been getting air quality alerts for the past 3 months or so, consistently in Northeast Ohio. Crazy, yo. Yep, the air quality alert will continue because it's still causing issues going further south. So, man, that's wild. I'm in San Diego, been there 14 years. I don't know what an earthquake feels like. Yeah, you in the best city I've ever been to in California personally. San Diego is beautiful. We had an earthquake too. Same thing. Still someone ran into my building. Yeah, like especially when you ain't used to nothing like that. Like we don't do that. Don't happen in Philly.
Bro, what's crazy is I understand what it feels like for a car to run into a crib. So I was DJing at a club. I was DJing at this Russian club, and it was a boy outside arguing with the cook.
Ho. Let's back up this story real quick. You were DJing where?
At a Russian club.
What were you playing?
Techno mostly.
All right, go ahead.
Techno
that down real fast.
Techno and hip hop.
Techno
and hip hop. They into techno and hip hop.
Because that just sounded wild. I'm DJing.
Listen, they were paying me $200 a night, so
I respect
whatever you want.
Respect
it. Used to be a DJ. Anyway, so me, the bouncer, which was my homie, and the cook was outside talking. So boy got so drunk in the club that the bouncer put him out. So he arguing with the cook because the cook don't want to serve him and he can't get served in the joint. My man hopped in his car. I go back inside to play the next set.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the doorway and the cook boy had his back turned and the bouncer boy was at the front door. Boy ran and killed the cook with his car and ran into the building and the glass shattered and hit me in my back in the lobby walking in.
What the hell?
Boy got so drunk he got in his car and ran into killed the DJ. I mean, killed the.
I'm not laughing at the story because that's sad. I'm laughing at the comments. But go ahead though.
No, dude killed the cook, Russian boy. Killed another Russian boy. Killed the cook with his car. Pinned his ass against the building and knocked the front of the building into the damn building and glass spraying into the building while I'm walking in to do another set.
This is a wild story. So let me ask you a question. This is the question we all need to know. What was the next song you played after all that madness happened? Like, did you play anything like
No, man. The next song I played was called "The Police." What the hell are you talking about, dog? Listen, you want to talk about traumatic stuff, dog? Like, I've been in war zones. That was the most traumatic thing. First of all, glass shattering into the building, right? Mm-hmm. So first of all, I run into the building and I duck underneath the pool table. Because I didn't even get a chance to see what was going on. Then, all right, everybody else start running to the front door. So I'm like, why are they running toward the commotion? So I walk out there in the commotion and the fucking car is, excuse my French, but the car is pinned into the club. Like he drove into the club and boy is standing there with his arms like this and his lower half pinned into the car.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Absolutely chaotic, bro. And listen, he was trying to run the dude down. He was trying to run the he wasn't even trying to hit the cook, he was trying to hit the bouncer. But the bouncer boy jumped out the way just in time, and the cook boy had his back turned and got smushed.
Man, that's a sad story right there, man. Brian never earned that. Yo, the bubble joint.
Man.
Crazy part about the great thing about I know I ain't mean to cut your story out, bro. I thought you was done, but I was talking to Keep It Moving based on this comment. Some will argue that the bubble chip was probably the most difficult chip to get.
Yeah.
Some try to say it all depends upon your perspective. Let's put it that way.
It was crazy, man.
Jim Jones said it's June and I can still wear Pele at night. Where's summer at? Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy out here.
Agreed. San Diego's the best. Yeah, San Diego's amazing. I'm in Florida, hurricane season.
Yikes.
See? Everything's just off its axis right now. Didn't know you would. What was your DJ name, Core? Did you have a DJ name?
I did, but I don't want to say my DJ name sound like a porn name, so I can't. my DJ name was Hardcore.
Oh God.
I sound just like a porn.
Yeah, you sound like you on some.
Hey, I sound like
some Ryan Mills type. Shout out to young boy Zion, man. Zion, man. Keep.
I sound like Zion.
What was Corey doing in a Russian club? Hitman. That definitely was a Banshee story right there. Like the way you started it nonchalant like that. Like that was just normal. Like we all do that. Like I was DJing in a Russian club. That just sounded wild, yo. That sounded like a West Side Gun.
Long as they can twirl their shirts and drink all the Stoli.
Yo, Latoya said she came into the show on a take from you. She heard like your story in the middle of her coming in. I know that sounded crazy. Yeah, I was DJing in a Russian club. That sounded insane. Hey, what's going on? How are you? How are you? How are you?
Yo,
Hey, Corey was in the club getting sturdy with the Russians, yo.
No, man. I was just.
Victoria said she hopes that you keep a therapist on the retainer, yo.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I got way more stories than that, bro. I seen it all, man.
He said, "This got to be scripted, man. Like it definitely sounded scripted, yo. I told you,
it's not. Yo, listen, man. Listen, people be out here doing the absolute most. Man, listen. I was in the army. This is just an aside. Just stories from my life, things that I've seen. I seen a boy go in the bathroom, take a piss, take his army uniform, soak it in the piss, put it back on, and lay in his bed so he can get put out the army.
Just to get put out?
Yep.
Had to be a different way he could do that, though, right?
I mean, the easiest way is to have a weak bladder or something like that because it make you a health hazard to other people.
Ah, look at this. The tricks of the trade.
My man.
How long was he there before he realized? How long was he there before he realized?
So this was his second stint in So they got these things. They got these people called holdovers. He was a holdover from the last class, and boy, they wouldn't put him out because he couldn't pass the PT test. And so if you don't pass the PT test, they don't let you out of basic. And boy was like, I want out.
Yeah.
And my man, he called his senator. He did everything, and they wouldn't put him out. He was like, "Oh, I'm getting out." And my man,
Michelle, what part of Florida are you in? GC.
Zion Trickson.
Listen, man, I was talking to Corey before we came on. I said, man, listen, like Zion is wild, but
he's doing what a 22-year-old with millions of dollars that single does.
It's funny
because people making all these crazy assumptions about he doing what 22-year-olds with millions of dollars do.
Listen, I always try to put myself in his shoes, right? So what I mean by that is $200 million at the age of 22, and you're not married, and you just outside.
You was locked in for a whole year and a half. I was locked in for the pandemic for a year and a half.
I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. GC, I get your perspective, but
I said the same thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, though. Maybe
same thing.
Maybe I got shot to Diamond Dave. I know Diamond Dave would diagnose me
as the spirit of tricking in your soul.
Spirit of tricking in my soul, but I might have the spirit of tricking, dog. If I'm 22 years old and I'm single, and I got 200 million.
Yo, listen, if you heard some of the wildest stories I had, none of those stories involve getting a trick pregnant. None of those stories involve that.
Getting a chick pregnant is a little bit, but all I'm saying is Zion. I understand. If I was 22 at that age with that freedom and that kind of chicken,
I am not putting no. That's all
I'm saying. Maybe
I am not leaving no babies unattended in the club, bro.
Listen, man.
Not with that kind of money, bro. The more money I got, the less likely I'm gonna do that.
This is a family show, so I'm not gonna say what I really want to say. But all I'm gonna say is Diamond Dave would tell me that I had the spirit of tricking in my system. And I probably do. Because listen, man.
Ain't no way.
That's all I'm gonna say, man. Shout out to Zion, man. Shout out to Zion.
Shout out to the young brother.
Jesus saying no way, Jose. Trick's gonna trick. Yeah, I got that spirit. I'm not tricking at all. Zion will be tricking with 100K. This is true. Them chicks was busted. Don, if you do research, right? And I call it research. Never mind, Don. Never mind, Don. I'm gonna leave it alone. Again, this is a family show.
You foul, bro.
So I'm gonna watch what I say. But again, you know, I also do a sports podcast, so I had to do research to make sure I had all the information when talking about this story. So you can call them busted all you want to, but from a skill standpoint, never mind. I'm a chill, man. Different show.
Skilled at what she does.
See, that's what I was saying. Rock Noxious. That's how I feel. If I had millions when I was 22, I probably wouldn't be here. Or I'd be like Delonte West, just out and about somewhere, just like living off the earth, like because I went crazy.
Ricky Williams.
You have to pick of so many women. How does a stripper and porn star get on your radar? Because when you were a teenager, this is what you were looking at, and then you got the names to get the ones you were looking at.
As a teenager, I spent a lot of times in my teens and my early and mid 20s in strip clubs. I spent a lot of time. I probably spent more money in strip club than Zion did.
Listen, and let's keep it a back though. Zion also controlled the environment. Zion wasn't out here in the club pulling out weapons. He just brought him to the crib. But
yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I don't judge.
You got that much money. You don't gotta lie, bro. You ain't got a lot of kick it when you got that much money, bro.
Yo, with some people, some dude, what I realize about some dudes, because you're right, you don't got a lot of kick it. And I don't care if you make 50K, you ain't got a lot of kick it sometimes. Some dudes get off on a lot of that. They actually get off on trying to like quote unquote getting away with it. It ain't even about, anyway, a trick on trick regardless. Now he got enough bread to have access to the women that can temporarily fulfill his. There you go. GC. You said it. Getting a chick pregnant nowadays is reckless and dangerous for sure. Yeah. If it was my son, I put a sermon on ice to get him a vasectomy. Listen, man, he gonna do what he gotta do, man. Dave, tell it like it is. You tricking. Hey, listen, Dave do, man. Dave do.
Yeah.
Keeping it a buck, though, man. And a lot of us are judgy, too, right? Because a lot of us don't look at it from the perspective of someone that's 22. We might be, like, our late 20s, 30s, or even 40s, or even 50s, right? So our audience, looking at the demographics, goes from anywhere from, 24 to sometimes mid-50s, right? And a lot of our older folks might be looking at it from their perspective, not thinking about think about some of the reckless stuff you really did at 22.
That's why I said,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, think about it. But how about this? I'm more John Morant than Zion Williams.
All right, so I fall on the other side though, because I'm more disappointed in what Ja's doing than Zion.
Oh, I'm disappointed in what Ja's doing because he got $1 billion. He was on a path to $1 billion, but my personality is more Ja Morant than it is Zion.
I'm just, if I'm being completely transparent, I'm more Zion. I got the spirit of chicken flowing through my blood. I can't. Sorry, Dave. Dave, I'm sorry, bro. I'm just being honest. Gotta be honest, man. I got a Memphis ratchet show for you, Chastity. Send it to my inbox. You already know how it gets there. By the way, I know Chastity was one of them. I'm not sure who was the first person to bring up Yellowstone. Whoever it is, I owe you a thank you. That show is fire.
Oh, I forgot to watch it. I don't know who's watching it. Listen, I promise I will not get on here next week without watching Yellowstone.
Oh, I've run through a whole season already. I will
not get on here next week without having watched Yellowstone. I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to do it this week. This week has been hectic. I was closing out my classroom. I'm officially no longer a teacher in the public school system.
Yo, Corey is retiring for the 15th time, yo.
Yeah, this is my 4th time retiring from teaching.
I don't know. Let's see how long it lasts. As soon as they tell
Listen, Corey, the last time lasted from 2013 to 2020, 2019.
But they know how to get you now. They got to give you a call. It's like we need more black male teachers.
Yeah, there was not one black male teacher when I signed up to be a teacher at the school that I'm at. So when they sent up the bat signal, I was right there, but I can't be in a school 50% boys, 1,000 students, and there's no black teachers. No, well, it was black teachers, but no black men teachers. That didn't make sense to me.
But you know what? They know that. That's how they can get you back. Yeah. So you gonna enjoy your summer, and you're gonna be like, I'm done with this forever. And they're gonna call you with we need you. They're gonna throw the bat signal up, and you're gonna be out. But Cookie said, say it. Listen, Cookie, I just gotta be honest. I'm just being honest, man. Just being honest. All that money in Zion thought entertaining hooker was something you should do. Listen, man, y'all gotta take it easy.
Listen, GC they age, so I can't even yell at GC.
No, I'm not mad at him. Listen, I'm not mad at anybody's perspective on this, man. But I just don't y'all gotta, sex workers are people too, man. Shout out to them. Thank you for making it plain, as it doesn't make sense to me. I get it. But again, from the mind of a 22-year-old man, that's all I'm saying. From the mind of a 22-year-old man, who, first of all, when you're 22 and a man, you feel invincible anyway.
And then you give him $200 million. Man, listen.
Working with professionals is financially safer.
She's not a professional. I'm just gonna keep it a thou wow. She's not a professional.
If she was a professional, she wouldn't have went as where it did. Now here's the thing though. Michelle, I probably agree with you for the most part, but she caught feelings and didn't know how to hold it down. What's funny about it is I'm on Twitter, as I'm always on Twitter looking at all the ratchetness. And all the other chicks who are, professionals are just heated because they're like, sis, are you crazy? Do you realize? Just shut your mouth. Like, you realize that, because Bull was on Snapchat. My young boy was on Snapchat wilding, bro. Like, how much you need monthly to come stay where I'm at and just like basically be his toy? Like, and the other chicks is like, why are you wilding like this? You messing up a good thing. So
you was a sugar baby, and dude, he ain't even old.
But to your point, he was lying to her. He was telling her she was the one. Meanwhile, but it is what it is,
I mean,
man.
because he was trying to keep it in house. That's what he was doing.
My
He was
city had
lying so he could keep it in
NFL
house.
team. Yeah. I mean, it's always great to have those teams because, first of all, the revenue they generate for the city is crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on IG said, if Zion had money at 22, I would browse IG like Isn't it treating IG like DoorDash? Yeah, dog. And you at a time where you can just go I'm a side note. I'm gonna get back to a couple things, but OnlyFans. Remind me to get back to OnlyFans. But think about being 22 with millions and only you can just go shopping on OnlyFans. Like that's what he was doing. He was just going shopping. All right, now my OnlyFans story. And now it's not a Corey story. I wasn't in a Russian club or nothing like that. But I was listening to a podcast today. It was like a podcast about startups and all that. And dude was saying that there are now early stage investors and stuff, right? Who are going to young ladies who've built up a stream built up an income stream on OnlyFans, buying their pages and setting it up where they do all the marketing, all the chat bots and all that. And all the young lady has to do is drop videos and pictures
and show up
in a Dropbox. They give them a Dropbox, right? They give them a Dropbox where they just drop pictures and videos in. And they handle everything else. And they said that a lot of the creators are doing this because they don't want to manage the business. They're giving them huge upfront money. Like one of the deals they talked about was like $200,000 upfront, plus like 10% of all the revenue generated from the page moving forward. And these are like hedge funds who are buying OnlyFans.
There's money out there.
Let me finish. They were saying the big part of it is when you subscribe to a young lady's OnlyFans is you get to chat with her or whatever. They're hiring people
to do that so they don't got to do it.
All the chatting. So they're kind of like automating this whole process. The creator has to just take pictures or whatever. She has like a per month she has to do a certain amount. She drops them in a Dropbox and they handle everything else. They're making bread. She's making bread. And meanwhile, dudes is out here chatting with like some dude in like Bangladesh, telling him like, everything he wants to hear. And the money is just coming in. And the guy was saying that the reason that you have hedge funds and investors getting into this is just basically off ROI. The ROI
it's crazy money. Listen, I was looking at one of them relationship podcasts and they, how they be having like a harem of them OnlyFans chicks on these relationship podcasts. It was like 5 of them on there. And the lowest number anybody said was $35K a month. The lowest number. After OnlyFans take their part, they still bringing back $35K a month minimum. So it was one chick on there said she made $170K a month. You know how much $170K a month? Do 117 times 12, bro. That's a couple mil. That's a couple M's a year.
But that's why you have big money coming into the space now. But that blew my mind. I'm like, hold up. So people giving their money to hedge funds. The hedge funds they're always looking for ways to make money. But
listen.
So who knows what else they invest in?
I heard this one. $35K to $170K, and there was only 5 of them up there. They is getting his aid, paid.
That's how you know the spirit of tricking is alive and well. I ain't doing that. I ain't that far. That's why I said
I'm not paying to look at nothing.
I just got a little bit of the spirit. Like I'm not paying nobody online. Like what I'm saying, I gotta
for nothing.
That's wild. Anyway, I just thought that was real interesting that hedge funds are getting into that business, and also basically they're creating a system. We always talk about creating systems around your business. They've created a system where the creators are like, cool, I'll send you 2 videos, 5 pics a month, and I'm just going to sit back and get 10%. Plus, I got the lump sum. It's all about a bag. It's how they live. And it's not the ones with money. My daughters are 22 and 29. Yeah, it's how they live. And those boys broke. Yeah. I can't judge. I really was at a loss of understanding. Zion age ain't an excuse. Listen, it is an excuse, bro.
It is, man. You ain't never been young and reckless. You just young, man. Like you a
cabbage fed silky energy. Hey, listen, man, it is what it is. Oh yeah, Yellowstone is fire. I just co-signed. Who was it that somebody on here said, yo, you gotta watch Yellowstone? I don't know who it was.
Yeah, and I asked about the violence and y'all co-signed the violence. Yeah. So I gotta get on that.
Y'all didn't tell me the whole story was about land either. It's like a fight for land, like at least in the season I'm in. Like I finished one season, I think I'm 2 episodes into season 2. I gotta
catch you, Jim.
I was crazy. That show was
summer off, bro. I'm gonna be on your top show. I'm gonna catch you.
Listen, y'all ain't tell me it was about land. I really got into it. I was like, oh, this is.
I already knew that part.
This is my bag.
When they say Yellowstone, I already knew it was about land.
I just didn't know what it was about. You know what I mean? I know what it was about, right? So the show is definitely dope, though. Like, so shout out to whoever on here recommended it. Cookie says, congrats, Core. Congrats. Dude, about your retirement, I keep flirting with jumping in the school system, but I don't know if I want to be bothered with the bureaucracy. That's part of it.
It's definitely part of it.
That's part of it. If I had Zion money, I'd short so much Bitcoin. There you go. Stop hating, y'all.
You wild out, youngin.
We on a road to 6 figures, dog. These so-called professionals ain't safer. You still getting seduced and reduced regardless of if she's a professional. But it's a difference, though. You're paying for time.
Pretty much.
That's where she messed up. Don't catch feelings. This is an arrangement. She definitely caught feelings.
Yeah, and she still messed up the bag because he still would have been giving her a bag to pop on the side. She played herself.
She was still going wild today, bro. Like, she was still going wild. So I know exactly how that Mariah chick looks. Zion is a sick individual.
I guess, man.
Listen,
people into what they into, man.
Virtual pimps. I'm gonna need parts. Hey, listen, that's the thing. I saw an article. A woman had an AI chatbot for her work. That tricking is profitable. So I just didn't know that.
The church knew tricking was profitable. The church is the biggest trick in the world.
I just didn't know that was the big money was getting to it. So it's digital pimping. Okay, I guess it's a way to put it. Yeah, it's a way to put it. You know,
it is.
It's a way to put it. But for the creators, all they gotta do is she was like, I just drop it in the Dropbox and mind my business, and every month 10K roll in. I keep living my life. I have a friend who's a very successful PR. Okay. I'm from Memphis, where pimping is real. Virtual pimping is next for me. Yeah, we already know how Memphis get down. Only the baddest make that. That's true too, right? So it's a lot of young ladies who see those numbers and they jump on there, and you got to work that. VP Chaz.
Virtual pimp Chaz.
It's a $1 billion industry. The average pay is low. I mean, listen, so is drug dealing, but dudes want to be drug dealers every day.
Everybody want to be Pablo Escobar, so.
Yeah, dudes be on the quarter selling like Nick bags, talking about they a kingpin. Like, average pay for drug dealing is low. Studies have been done to show that, by the way. You can actually make more money working in a fast food restaurant. I feel like I could be offending them. They get paid too. Listen, it's money out here, man. What about the ones that you're just like, yo, just show their feet and just be like, I just show my feet. And
listen, people, that's what I was just saying earlier. People into everything, man.
Yeah, man. I can't say long. Jose, what's up with you, good brother? How are you? You heard that Ledger news a few weeks ago. Absolutely, I did.
Yeah.
The crazy part is my take on that is not as bad as people would think. People hit me up like, I know you hate this. So the thing is, I don't use Ledger for most of my stuff anyway. I use a cold card, right? Because again, Ledger lets shitcoins on there. I use a Bitcoin only cold storage. So I use a cold card for the most part, and I also use Envoy. I did a video on our channel about the Envoy wallet. I use that too. That's also Bitcoin only. So I don't really use my Ledger. But I understand why Ledger's doing it. It's a need in the market for it, but people blew it out of proportion, right? And for those who don't know what we're talking about, Ledger has kind of the same kind of solution that other companies have where they'll hold some of your keys for you. You can have multi-factor authentication, and they can hold some of it for you. But people didn't like that perspective because you think that if I have a cold storage, I'm in control of everything, which you still can be, but Ledger's been in trouble for a couple things before. Remember they had that data leak one time, so it's like, it is what it is. I mean, but I don't use Ledger anyway, so Ledger's for the NFT dudes. Let me see. See, Don got the spirit of tricking too, man. But Don says he still, with his spirit of tricking, stays in his lane. He only does $40 specials.
$40 shorties. Hey, listen, man.
Don, listen, man. Do you, man? Listen,
Don shopping Don shopping BJ's. Yeah. All right, no more jokes from me. I'm done.
All right. No, that was pretty funny. For those who don't get that joke, though, there was a study that was done that said that the actual income of people that go shopping at the different spots. What do you call them? The bulk buying spots.
Yeah, the bulk stores.
The bulk stores. That the income for BJ shoppers are a lot lower. They're the cheapest. There's actually a hierarchy in those stores.
Yeah.
At the very top is Costco. Then right below them is Sam's Club. But BJ's, as I said, is where the regulars at. You know, so that was kind of a joke. That's our MDC joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I contemplated getting on that feet page.
It's money out here, yo.
The issue is that I have to find my niche because it's really tapioca on that site. Yo, chicks be making 5 figures a month just showing their feet. Like, yo, again, that's why I said the spirit of tricking is very strong, but I ain't that far though. Bring back the old days of writing BTC keys on paper and storing the paper in triplicates around the city. Yeah, the problem with that is you see how many people lost their stuff trying to do that. I get your point though, but there's still other solutions out there. You don't have to necessarily have a ledger, right? I think the cold card is amazing. I got multi-factor on multiple wallets with the Envoy cold card. So there's still stuff out there. Core, I've been going crazy on Fold. I'm just trying to crack a total of 10 mil sats on there. That's my ultimate goal. I think I'm over 8 mil right now. But anyway,
I'm only at like 57,000 this month.
But anyway, let me share this article real quick because we got a whole article that this whole show was about to be about, but we went on a tangent as we tend to do. But whoever told me about Yellowstone, whoever said about Yellowstone, I just want to say thank you because I'm not sure who. Well, I got to go back and watch the show because one of y'all brought it up. But you know, whoever you are, man, God bless you. Keith Lee says, God bless you. Shout out to Keith Lee, man. It's one of my favorite creatives online. But let me share this article real quick because the title of this episode is that $400 is a hardship for many Americans. So the question I have is, do you guys have a minimum of $400 in a savings account? That's the question. Do you guys have a minimum of $400 in a savings account that you can use for an emergency? That's the minimum. All right, here we go.
Now, for our audience, I think our audience is more than 90%.
Probably.
But we're talking to a small audience, and we're not talking about the general public at large.
So the article is from Market Watch, right? And it says that when Americans can't afford something as small as $400 expense, this is the number one way they deal with it. And also maybe the worst way to deal with it. Run the credit cards. That's what everybody does. But what's interesting in the article says fewer than half, 45% of Americans have an emergency fund. A 2023 CNBC survey found. Not only may that be especially costly now, when many savings accounts are paying well over 4%, it can land you in a deep debt, right? So there was a report done, and it revealed that a hypothetical $400 expense will be a hardship for many adults. Fewer than 2 in 3, 63% of adults say they would have been able to cover the expense using cash, savings, or a credit card paid off in the next statement, with the remainder saying they'd have to borrow or sell something to cover an unexpected $400 expense. That's crazy. Let me go to the bottom of this because you guys get the point. I just listen to read the whole thing. The survey indicates that 16% of adults said they put a $400 expense on their credit card and pay it off over time. 13% say they would not be able to pay for the expense right now, even if it meant borrowing, selling, or using money from a loan or getting a deposit advance. So some people
can't even get to 400.
Yep. So it talks about things you want to do, blah, blah, blah.
Yo, so this is about two things. One, people out here hurting. This is crazy. Like, people out here hurting bad. And two, relationships, man. Like, even if you don't got like right now, if I didn't have $400, I could call. I can name 10 people I could call that would give me $400.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, not even trying to be funny.
No,
like,
I mean
the power of relationships. Where if I say, listen, man, my car broke down, I need $400. I could call Jim right now and be like, look, Jim, hit me with $400. I get it back to you when I can get it back. Don't worry about it. Get it back to me whenever you can get it back to me.
Let's get it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, and that's just the power of relationships. So it tells me two things. People are struggling, and people are struggling alone. Like, it is crazy out here.
Well,
like,
because a lot of it is our pride too, right? Because sometimes people pride get in the way, right? I don't want nobody to know I'm struggling because I'm on IG acting like I'm not struggling. So
like,
I don't
people out here struggling alone.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook fronting, so I can't be letting everybody know I ain't got.
I'm gonna tell y'all flat out, I struggled like a mug. I struggled last week, 2 weeks ago, with paying for a large expense. It wasn't $400. It was infinitely larger than that. Mm-hmm. But You know what I mean? Like
life is life, man. But
life be lifing, bro. Like I struggle sometimes, but I am not too proud to, you know what I mean? Like if I really was in a bad situation, there's literally 10 people I could call to help me get out of that situation. Yeah. And so, and that's just building relationships over time, over years, over, you know what I mean? Like not even, I said like for me, and especially before, you know, all my older aunts and my cousins passed, my older aunts and cousins who they would just be like, you're never broke. Mm-hmm. Like do your life, but you're never broke, because you know what I mean, we make sure that, you know, we take care of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so I never had that fear of being broke.
But you're right. That article proves that people, first of all, proves that people be out here fronting, because my entire timeline is balling. Right,
63% of people. 63% of people.
Listen, we're talking about $400. We're not even talking about 4,000. We're talking about 400. Crazy. So that's just interesting, man. So keep moving. Say, yeah, you know, like I said, I'm pretty sure the number for the folks that rock with us is different than what's going on in the whole world. K Diggy says yes, Rock Noxious for sure. Don said 10x that. Do silver bars count? Absolutely. That's
you can liquidate those. Yeah, you can liquidate those very quickly.
Don said he also keep 400 in the special account. The spirit of tricking is alive, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I have to sell my silver. There you go. Listen. Oh man. Stop talking about people don't have when JB making penis shaped spacecrafts in the spare time. Grapes cost $10 for 2 pounds. The system is trash. Yes, right. So,
right. Let's talk about JB. Who's making penis shaped spacecrafts? Who was JB?
I'm assuming she's talking about your commander in chief. But what I'm saying is the system is trash, right? The system is absolutely trash, and the thing about it is the system has been trash. But a lot of people are recognizing now the power of inflation and how we all have a silent tax we've been paying for years. Inflation is real, right? And people try to use all this nonsense like it's transitory or it doesn't exist, or even the idea that you need what they used to teach us, you need 2% inflation per year in order for the economy. No, you don't. The system is trash. I'm not disagreeing with that. But knowing the system is trash, how do we protect ourselves? That's kind of where I'm coming from, the standpoint of we have to protect ourselves. Even if that starts Jeff Bezos, let's talk about Jeff Bezos. Because you know he's spending his money launching rockets and all that. You know, that's just kind of what she's talking about. But how do we protect ourselves knowing the system is trash, right? That's something that we got to think about, especially our folks. We got to make sure that we're protecting ourselves. But that idea that you talked about, Core, what you talked about is being village minded, where if you need something, you have a village of people that you can go to get it, right? And that's something that we kind of went away from because a lot of us are operating in silos, right? And that's part of the problem. The problem is when you have a village, I don't need to have things if I know my brother has it or I know my sister has it, because if I need it, I got it, right? And I'm only going there if I absolutely need it. So that's about that village mindset, and we've kind of gotten away from that. But that's interesting. You went there with that article because
that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind is people are struggling, right? And it's hard out here. And I'm not pooping on nobody's financial situation. No, you know what I mean? Knowing how hard it is out here. Like I've been poor, I've been broke, and so I would never blame being poor and being broke on poor and broke people, because that's the system is set up. There has to be a certain amount of poor and broke people for the system to work properly. Our favorite author taught us that in caste. Yeah, right. There has to be a certain percentage, and so the Honorable Isabel Wilkerson told us that if a certain percentage of the population isn't poor and broke, then the system doesn't work properly. So we gotta I've gotten away from blaming poor people for being poor. But the thing about it is the part that was, the second thing that came to my mind is, damn, you struggling alone? Like, not are you struggling, but you're struggling alone. And that's the sadder part for me. Like, damn, like there's nobody in your circle where you could come up with a $400 Like, damn, like that's crazy. That part right there. Like, maybe I don't have it, but geez, Louise, no one around you, no one. Like, damn.
So Michelle says they have a Camry hybrid. Hybrid battery is like $5K, so we saving for when it fails. And with
You better get another car, bro.
with 5 kids, stuff definitely comes up.
Hey, listen, I know what 5 kids look like because I'm right on your tail feather, bro. I got a 4-piece. Yeah. So I know what that look like.
Diamond Dave been preaching this, so I got my savings up. Absolutely, because sometimes people,
as you should.
The crazy part is what I noticed is like in our community, we have investors and traders. They be trying to skip the part about saving. Not you, Chaz. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just people in general. They try to skip the whole idea of saving cash. They be like, I don't save nothing. Like I just put it all on the market. That's cool. But what happens when you're down on your investment or your trade and you need money for an emergency? You gotta have an emergency fund. You gotta have one. I had a roommate who didn't feel secure unless he had 18 months of bills and savings. I learned from him. That's not bad, right? The ideal thing is to get, I say the way I think about it is if you don't have anything saved, start with $100, get your way to 500, then get to 1,000, then think about 3 months, right? 3 months worth of expenses or bills. Then do 6 months. Do it in increments, right? So I'm not telling you to, but you got to be putting something up, man. It's all about, having responsibility, like being responsible, right? Yeah, absolutely. Starting my business helped me build quicker.
I mean, listen, congratulations on that.
The village is broken too because there's too many scammers and gurus who feels that people can trust each other. Ooh. All right, man. I mean, man, there's so much to say right here. I'm about to go on one of my JT.
No.
What I'm gonna say is this though: there are scammers, man.
Yeah, they out here. Yeah, they out here heavy. They out here heavy.
I sent you a video earlier this week about Elon and how Elon been scamming this whole time. He might be. And watching the breakdown about him and how
scammer.
He might be the number one scammer of all time, yo. I mean, outside of old boy, what's old boy that stole $1 billion? I don't know. He might be.
You think he a bigger scammer than the boy that went to jail and got killed? Madoff. You think he a bigger scammer than Madoff?
Worth what? 200-something billion.
You think he a bigger scammer than Sam Friedman?
Listen, man. You know what? That ain't none of my business, man.
Friedman was wilding, bro.
Let me just mind my business, man. I'm just going to say that, shout out to them. Shout out to all the napkin Americans because y'all be out here on I watch American Greed, so y'all get to it too. And I'm just going to leave it at that, man. So, yeah, but great point, though, Latoya. We got to do better by each other.
The reason why people are getting scammed is because there's so many people out here hurting. They looking for relief.
So, Dawn, here's the thing about that, right? I used to get excited. I remember back in the day, ING, before ING got bought by Capital One, which then turned into Ally, whatever it may be, but it was ING. I remember having an ING account with like a 9% savings rate. And I was like, I can make 9% just by sitting my money in a savings account. But at the same time, mortgages was like 12, 13, 14%. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so on the one hand, they're cool, but on the other hand,
because it all ties together. It's just what that does is separate the rich from the poor. Because if you got a job paying $8 an hour, that luxury saving account don't mean crap. 9% a year is not helping. It will help you, but it don't. People that is living check to check, paycheck to paycheck, and scared to scared to death to live.
Yeah.
You talk about a 9% a year. 9% a year sound like heresy to somebody who can't eat.
Yeah, I saw Dave Ramsey getting sued for pushing people into like a what was it, a timeshare type joint or something like that. Bernie Madoff. Yep, Bernie Madoff. His name was set up for a bar. I was like, how many rappers I'm gonna hear use Bernie Madoff with, that was just set up for that.
It was.
My card now, I had to get a rental. I just swiped the card and kept pushing cash. 2 years ago, I'd be stressed. There you go. Yep, I had an ING account. All right, yeah, you from the old school too, Michelle. Back when we had the big orange logos, the ING accounts. Chasing fast and easy money is the pathway to getting scammed in jail. Yeah, so Pascal, that's the part that a lot of people don't talk about when you see the scammers out there. Well, not just that. We talk about the greed from the scammers, but a lot of times we don't talk about the greed from the people that fell for the scam because They knew they were wrong. They knew that they were like, listen, I've heard some of my own folks tell me, like, look, I know this is a scam, but I'm gonna get mine first before everybody else. Like, I've heard my
That's crazy. That's
I still, so I mean, listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Like, it's tough out here, man, but we gotta be careful, man. Funniest thing about it is I was thinking about this the other day because Tracy had gave a speech one time. I was there when she gave a speech, and she was talking about our community.
Breaking generational curses. I was there too.
No, not that one, a different one she gave when she was talking about dealing with licensed professionals in your community.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I'm like, all the people that have gotten caught up in the allegations, what Rick Ross saying, accusations, all the people that had these accusations of scamming, none of them were licensed professionals.
Well, boy, Madoff was licensed.
I'm talking about our folks.
Okay.
First of all, our folks would have never been able to get to the level that Madoff got to, right? If you watch his story or watch documentaries about him,
yeah, my man was wild.
The fact that he was able to get to where he got to, was interesting because people were saying that he was scamming for years, but no one paid attention because of his connections. But we wouldn't have been able to get that far. I'm talking about some of this online stuff we see, and the crazy part is, I was watching, American Greed again. One of the folks from like the IG scammers made it on American Greed. I was like, oh shit, like, yeah, man. So, but the point is, most of them aren't licensed professionals. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the thing, right? So the thing about having a license is, and it's funny. I had talked to Isha about this one time, and she was telling me, she was like, the thing about having a license is, there's certain stuff I see and I can't comment on because I have a license, right? So when you think about the system kind of prevents you from saying things with certain licenses, but you should be out here talking. It kind of prevents you from doing so because the whole conflict of interest thing, right? So that's problematic, man. But you just got to do a better job of protecting what we get, right? Protecting what you get. You got to protect what you have.
First rule of making money is not to lose it.
Yeah, keep the money you have instead of chasing so much. Protect what you have. What's a good Madoff book? I don't know of any book. I watched a documentary and a couple of shows on Madoff. I don't know of any book, to be honest with you. That was the family meeting in Delaware, right? That was one of the joints. That was the one Corey was talking about. The one I was speaking of specifically. She said that at the when we had the mosaic. You were in that room too, Corey. When the mosaic.
I said I was there. I remember which one.
Yeah, that's the one. You was there too, and that one too. Yeah, but that's the one. Yeah. So forgot it used to be called ING, making me reminisce about Commerce Bank before it turned into TD Bank and even Washington Mutual. I was having a conversation the other day with someone and brought up PSFS, right?
Yo, my mom used to work at PSFS.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, PSFS is the, was crazy. Like back in the day, that was a huge joint in Philly. So then it made me look it up, and PSFS stood for the Philadelphia Savings Fund Society. And I went into the history of that, which was absolutely insane. But anyway, speaking of history, have you ever heard of the Pinkerton Company?
I've heard of it. I forget what they do.
Yo, when you guys get a chance, look up the Pinkerton Company. They've been around since the 1850s, right? And they're still around today, working for corporations like union busting and all kinds of stuff. But I happen to come across that and again, I was that podcast I was listening to that was talking about OnlyFans. They brought it up to Pinkerton, so I went into a rabbit hole looking that up. But that's a very interesting story too. Anyway,
heard the name, not familiar with Dave Word.
Yeah, let's give it to our giveaway. Crazy thing though is a lot of scammers use relationships to fuel their scams. Yeah, WAMU, Washington Mutual. When I think of WAMU, I think of their stock going to the straight can during 2008. I remember watching the market, and Washington Mutual was dropping 80% in a day. It was them, and it was another one. Colorado was another. I think it was C, but Washington Mutual, WAMU, it took a beating during 2008. Trevor Milton, Elizabeth Holmes were scamming investors for years. I didn't believe Elizabeth Holmes just because of the way she sounded, yo. From Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. Aren't they security? Yo, so that's part of what they do. Yep. Elizabeth Holmes, with her black turtlenecks out here getting that chicken. But yeah, they on Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. Yeah, but the Pinkerton Company, look up their history. Their history is insane. and they still out here. I was looking at them working for like they had a contract with like Starbucks and Facebook. They're still operational today, which is absolutely insanity. And some of the stuff they do is very nefarious work. I'll just leave it at. That.
You know it's terrible when Jim used nefarious.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Mark, what's up? What's up, beloved?
Yo, what it is though?
What's up with you, man? All right, man. Mark, you just in time, man. We about to do our giveaway, man. Corey, you got any last words before we start putting this thing up, man? Because we talked a lot today about all kind of stuff.
Don't drink with Russians.
Okay, there you go. That's the lesson for the day. Don't drink with Russians. All right, so listen, for those who may be new to our Friday live, we give away Bitcoin. We give away $50 every week. 2 people win $25. Just put a 1 in the chat if you want to be put into our random draw, our random giveaway. And remember, don't drink with Russians. That's today's talking point. Yeah, Mark, we on our way out of here, beloved. But we're glad you pulled up nonetheless.
I'm gonna try to Corey stories, man. I got a gang of them, bro.
We gotta put that on the IG. Corey stories.
No, I do not have to put it on IG. That's where it's not going. That's where it's not going.
Yes,
it's not going on IG.
Hey man, listen, we may be able to cut the clip from today's show.
Hey man, listen, if you want to cut the clips from the show and put it on there, I know what I'm not doing though. I'm not doing none of the work to put it. I'm not doing any of that.
I respect it. Crazy part is like when it comes to social media, dog, I haven't been as active lately. It's actually been very felt very empowering not having to post every day. Also getting a lot of work done too. So LaJoya, we got Chastity, we got Tweet Talk in the building. All right, cool. Who we got at the Tweet Talk? Dawn.
Kenyana. Michelle. Mark. Tay. Jamil. What's going on? What it is though? Cookie. Latoya. K Diggy. Cheating ass Vidon. Dan. Satisfying World. Did Pascal try to get back in here again?
Who?
Pascal.
Hold up. You said who tried to get in?
Pascal. I thought I said Pascal earlier, but maybe I missed it. Pascal.
It's no H in there, though.
Patricia.
Pat.
Don Trey. Big brother in life. What's going on? I don't know who this is, but what's up to you? Champ.
All right, let's see. You said Champ. All right.
Samuel. And that's it, man.
Champ Samuel.
All right. Corey, he says, let's start with the root cell. Bro, I got a few of those, bro. I got a few of them, man. I grew up in North Philly in the 80s, bro. I got roach stories. I got a few of them.
Never drink with Russians at a Russian bachelor party. Big brother in life. How is real estate in Philly? So, interesting question. But real estate's still moving. It hasn't really slowed down like it has in other spaces. I've talked to people from talked to someone from
big city on the East Coast.
Yeah, I talked to someone from Arizona who said their market is like really taking a beating. But no, not really. Everything's still moving. I literally got two offers in the my email today about stuff that we got going on. So yeah, and that's the thing too. Another thing is so what about brokers? It's like, yo, you don't even be posting at your closings. I was like, because everybody else do. I mean, even closings don't even talk about it. It is what it is though. Life is good, man. Life is good. So anyway, with that being said, though, remember, for those who may be here for the first time, if your name comes up in this random draw, let us know that you're here, right? That's the first thing. The first thing is to let us know that you're still here. After that, you have to shoot myself or Corey or By the Hood in either email, inbox, whatever it may be. The email is bythehoodllc@gmail. By the Hood, don't forget the LLC, bythehoodllc@gmail. Give us your cash tag and we will get you paid this evening. a lot of you guys I'm already friends with and everything on social. You got to shoot me an inbox and I'll get you paid. I'm in DC and it's steady. Yo, I just got someone to send me a thing about DC. DC is hiring for like their chief tax something or another, and they was offering a nice little bag for it, a couple hundred bands, and I was like, I ain't going to DC though. I ain't doing that.
10 bands, 20.
Dog, listen, bro. I'm all about taking ransoms out there. If a company's like, yo, we'll pay you to come here, like, listen. Kamari introduced me to a whole new world, dog. When he showed me that,
the people was doing
overwork community. Yo, when he put me with the overwork community, I'm listening to them like people out here running up 900,000 a year bags, like working gigs. I'm like, hold up. And no, I'm not gonna get into it. Look up if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Look up overworked. It's a whole culture they have out there.
Yeah, I'm about to be part of that because if I'm sitting at home and I get bored, I'm gonna need parts of that.
Yo, folks out here making 500,000, 300,000, 600,000. The highest one I saw was like close to $1 million. So overworked is like a community. It's almost like the fire community. But just Google it. Go to YouTube or look it up. Folks out here running bags up with gigs. Insane. All right, so with that being said, let's get ready to spin our first wheel. Remember, you have to let us know that you're still here, but let's get one out the way right now, Corey.
All right.
Good luck to everybody. Our first winner is Tay. Congratulations, Tay. Don't forget, shoot me the message. Also, real fast, for those that may want to make it out, or if you're local or whatever, this weekend coming up, it's Father's Day weekend, Juneteenth weekend. I'll be in AC. I'm on a panel for the Black Excellence Festival. It's a whole festival taking place over the weekend in Atlantic City, New Jersey, at the Showboat Casino. I'm going to be on stage talking all kinds of crazy. It may be called overemployed on some sites too, Jamil. Look that up as well. Maybe it's overemployed or overworked, but I've heard it used, both ways. So Taya is here. She's definitely here. So we still got one more left. But yeah, so it's like a less structured Fiverr. I'm feeling it. All right, here we go. Yeah, so if you're local, make sure you check that out. I also, this past Wednesday's pod is with the brother that put together the festival. Check that out. But yeah, so I'll be in AC this upcoming weekend talking crazy. So, if you can make it out, please do. And please, run up on me and whatnot. All right. Last one, Core. Good luck to everybody. Let's go. Oh! That was close.
Yeah, it was.
Dawn, let us know you're still here, Dawn. Let us know you're still here. I know the weather's beautiful over there, so you might have, dipped out on us. Let us know you're still here.
I mean,
I'll make sure you're still here before
sunshine and palm trees make you do stuff like that.
Yeah, well, she's out here giving congratulations to Tay, so I know that her last post said congratulations. She's giving, and she, what I mean. So it is what it is. Yeah. So make sure you check out our pod on all podcast platforms. Salute to whoever put me down with Yellowstone. I still don't know who it is, and she says, "Yeah, I'm here." So Dawn and Tay, our people. Make sure both you guys shoot me an inbox. I'm gonna get y'all paid this evening. I'm about to go watch some more Yellowstone. You know what I'm saying?
You caught next week, Jim. You are caught. I'm catching you.
That's absolutely possible. Just because I got a lot going on. I've been working all week trying to get this the camp thing up. So
Speaking of, I'm about to say we'll have the information for our camp out very soon. We're still if you want to come help us with the camp again, like y'all did last year, let us know, because a lot of y'all came and helped with the camp, and that was amazing for the young students to see adults work together in the way that we did last time. To have adults in the room, it was just amazing for the students because they, it feels more structured for them.
Yeah. So let's see. Blah, blah, blah. I watched that Insanity. I watched that whole series. But yeah, Pascal, I'm not sure whether somebody put me down with Yellowstone last week. Just started watching. Ozark's over already. You just started it? Like, well, listen,
I gotta restart it though, because I watched up to season 2.5, and then I fell off. So I gotta go back and start from the beginning on Ozark.
So Tweet Talk, you must have missed the whole spin. I took her name off, but Dawn was the one that won. She was right there after you. You know I'm here. Dates matter. Maybe going to Panama on a trade. Whoa.
Yeah, right. Don't be all. She be in the world streets.
Yeah.
She be in the world streets.
Yeah, man. Oh, so it was you. All right. So Pascal, now that I know it was you,
Appreciate you.
Thank you. That's right up my alley. They fighting over land. They backstabbing and is you know what I'm saying, and knives being pulled out. They're letting bulls loose. It's absolutely insanity. I love it. So Pascal, I just want to say thank you, because I wasn't sure who it was that, like, you know, I know Chaz co-signed it. So I want to say thank you to Pascal, because that's right up my alley. I'm excited because I'm only on season 2, and I got a bunch of you know, Ozark definitely was fire. Ozark was fire. Yeah. You know, a show is good when everybody on the show is despicable, right? When, like,
everybody.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I'm thinking about my favorite shows, and on my favorite shows, everybody's pretty much despicable. I'm like, that's the sign of a good show when everybody is an a-hole. Like think about it. Like, you know, whether we talking about Game of Thrones, The Shield, The Wire, everybody's an a-hole. You hate everybody. That's how you know the show is good. Yeah, so that's kind of how Yellowstone is too. As was Ozark. Everybody was despicable in Ozark. All right, anyway, y'all, don't forget, check out our podcast. Leave us some feedback. We appreciate y'all and love you guys as always. For those that won this evening, I will get that out to you this evening. And for those that are in our private MDC group, remember, Monday, class is now Mondays at 7. The Sopranos, absolutely, everybody's despicable there too. You know, Monday, 7 p.m. is our class. And listen, everybody running the bag up. For those in there, listen, we got our first student that cracked $1 million, which is very exciting for us. So we more things to come, man. Just more things to come. I want to say thank you, and we'll be back here next Friday, giving away again, man. So love you, appreciate you, and we'll see you then. Peace.